Okay, awesome. So welcome to our newbie chats. I'm going to be doing these at least once a month, and I'm hoping to make it where it's more of a bi-weekly thing because we're having our team is growing, and I think that a lot of these things that I'm going to be covering in this session are things that you guys should know as you become a stylist. And this is going to help you, with the growth of your business as well as just kind of give you a little bit of an agenda what to do, because I know we can be a little overwhelming when you first start and there's like all the policy and procedures and you have contests going on, plus we have Jumpstart and all these things that because you don't know about it, it's not really on your radar. So that's why I really wanted to just have a video here that we can focus on that, and then also make it have a platform here that people can ask questions, because sometimes you just don't know what to ask. So hopefully some of these questions will provoke some thoughts for you. Now, if there's something that I'm talking about, go ahead if you have a question. I'll ask you guys if you have any questions, but otherwise write it down so then we can kind of have a Q&A afterwards, and then that way when I'm going through things. But there's not a lot of people. I think right now foreseeing it should be pretty good to have an open dialogue as I'm talking about this. So, okay, so what I'm going to first start off with is in your starter kit. You usually get your starter kit. If you haven't already got your starter kit, it usually takes about 7 to 10 days to get to you. Now, within that kit, you have a great, it's the Know Your Colors. It's the Color 10 plan. It's a book that you got within your kit. That's a new one that they actually got. It's a little spiral bound book. That you didn't get one? Okay, if you didn't get one, then you can talk to me, but here's a really cool thing. You can print it out in your back office. It's called The Road to Success. It's like 19 pages, and you can print that out. So if it didn't come in your kit, for whatever reason, that's not going to hold you up. It is totally right then and there. This is a really good little book to go through. It has a lot of the information that we're going to be covering today. And so I really encourage you to go through that, fill out some of the things. Like in the beginning, it's knowing your why. Your why is going to constantly change here, and be. It's okay for that to be. It could be as simple as you just want to pay your cell phone bill as you come on in, as you start into this business, and as you see it ramp up, you're going to see that could change. And I'm hoping that actually is something that happens. It means you're growing within your business. So what we're going to do is, so that Road to Success, definitely open that up. Like I said, it's going to cover Jumpstart in there. But one of the key things that I really want you to focus on is your Color 10. Now, the Color 10, what it is that it masters the Color 10 success rhythm here. This is awesome. When Color Street first started, right, just that year ago, they didn't have this roadmap for us. So I am really appreciative that they put this in for all of our kits that come in. Again, if you didn't get one of these in your kit, it should be a spiral bound book. You can print it out in your back office. And so what it focuses on is kind of like tips for connecting. They have like tips for successful connecting. It has a little sheet on like to write out where you're going to be, some of your first leads and things like that, who you can think of, like very similar to some of the challenges that I do with you, where I have you write out your list of people that you know and acquaintances. And it just really gets you started. So that is definitely a place to, or a book to go over and read. And really, it's going to probably have, what it's going to do is probably cause you to have more questions, right, with your business. And that is what's going to be what your sponsor is here for, as well as your upline, which is like why I'm here doing this with you. So they even have like a success tracker for like your, from week 1 all the way through to like week 9 and everything. But so definitely one to go over. Okay, so Road to Success, that's going to be our first thing that when you open up your kit, that's a really good thing to get familiar with. Okay, going with that, one of the next also things that I really encourage you to do as a new stylist is to make sure that you've done a live demo. If you are doing a lot of Facebook as well as Facebook, Instagram, all those kind of like more of the social media platforms, you definitely need a live demo. So you want to go live because this is what this is going to do is start bringing more attention to you on social media. And with the way that the algorithms are, live is everything. And I know that could be a little bit out of your comfort zone, especially starting new and you don't really, know maybe how the product works, or you're not, a pro yet at putting that on. But the way to become a pro at it is to actually do it. And even if it's you starting off with, your phone tilted down, streaming like while you do your hands, like you don't want your face in there. But going live is going to be I feel like is a really important tool when you first start your business, for your business online, and just getting used to even applying. Now, a lot of people think that when you start off like that and you're kind of bumpy and like that, you might be afraid of showing that side of you. But truthfully, it really shows your, maybe your future customers that you are just like them and starting this, and that you don't have to be a pro to be able to put on these nail strips. So you become really relatable. When I first started, I literally signed on, and in that hour, I went live to show how to put this on. And I had only had one Tuesday on me. And I, of course, messed up, right? But in the end, my product still looked really good on, and people are like, oh, wow, and if you have a significant other, a boyfriend, for some reason, people really like seeing if a guy can put it on. That really draws attention. I had my boyfriend put on French tips. I hadn't even put on French tips yet, and I haven't put on live, and the women thought it was hysterical. And I sold in my first week $600 in sales for my first week, and it was before my kit, because when I first started, kits took about 2 weeks to start. So I definitely encourage you to either to go live, and if you're not going to be using the live platform at all, social media, and you're just going to be a person one-on-one, then I encourage you to record a video of the first time of you doing it, your unboxing even, so that you have something to share with future customers, as well as maybe anybody who wants to join your team too, right? Okay.
So if we are too shy to do the go the live, then we can do a recorded video and then post it up on our Facebook.
Definitely. If that's going to be your stepping stone, yes, I definitely record it and post it up if you need to. I would definitely encourage you to work your way up to that live, because live is going to be like really key in terms of getting out and getting onto people's pages and newsfeed and alerting people, what you're doing. So definitely, if that's the baby steps that you need, go for it, but make it that goal is going live in your group. And you're going to be needing to talk to people and show people this anyway. So this is going to help you become stronger in even your introduction of yourself when you're doing samples, and as well as really product knowledge and how it works, right? So it's going to be very hard to have success with Color Street or really any business without talking to people, without showing them your product. So definitely having that focus of you growing in your strength in that, and how you present yourself in Color Street. Okay, so moving on up. So I'm going to go over a few rules. So if we're talking about Facebook and going on live, I'm going to be talking about your Facebook group and your business pages. We do have some, they're called Facebook best practices, as well as kind of like, it's not necessarily policy and procedure, but what it is it's Facebook, it's best practices, is what the company would like you to practice, but it's not 100% written in stone. The reason why they suggest a few of these things I'm going to talk about is just so that you can keep a really even playing ground, as well as, for Color Street stylists, as well as like, holding keeping the integrity of the company, that, it really showing Color Street and representing them in a good light. So, okay, so with our business page, that is a public group. So pages and groups are two different things on Facebook. Your business page will be public. You cannot have a private business page. Facebook created that for people like us who have our business so people can contact us, see our information that we can post, and really anybody can search out and find us. So in your Facebook page, you are able to share the Color Street opportunity, share like pictures and things like that, but they really do not want you to be posting specials and deals that you might have going on. So like I personally, I don't do a ton of specials. I might offer free shipping for my first, for new time customers, or maybe I'll do a bulk order for them. I've had, I think, one time where I've done a 2 for $20 where they shopped my albums of the things that I've had. I don't do a ton of specials. It really was just more of a reward for inside my own private VIP, my group. We have a buy 3, get 1 free already, and we have buy 1, get 1 free. That already in itself is a special. Yeah. So I definitely don't encourage you guys to start your business with a lot of specials. But in regards to this, because it is a public page, I don't want you posting that. Again, just to create that even ground, because if everybody was doing specials all the time, it's going to create kind of a, that conflict between other stylists and everything like that. And we want to all be successful with that.
You want to create interest. You want to create interest regarding the
if people are connecting with you, you have those customers because they connected with you, not because they got a special deal. You are in this business to make money. If you're offering specials all the time, you might not really be getting to the place that you want to be or really making any money, because we earn commission off of these things. So if you're selling them for less than you're really earning, or only making 50 cents on it, and that's not really worth your time. So there's a lot of other places that you can put your energy into, right? And the strips are affordable. So it's not an expensive thing that we are promoting here. So, okay, with that, so with our public page, then you have a group page that if you're on Facebook, I personally have both. I have my business page and then my group page. The way I look at it is like my business page is my front of my store. It's where I have my advertisement of who I am, pictures of my nails. It's where people can find me. Like if they look up on the Yellow Book, they're going to see me. If they Google, hopefully that's where they're going to point me to. And then I have my group is the inside of my store. My group is supposed to be kept private, only for people who are customers or people who want to join my special VIP group, but that's the inside of my store. That's where they get to know me a little bit more, where I can give them more attention, where maybe I'm doing some fun games and I'm really connecting with them on that level. So that's why I personally have them both. You do not have to run both of them. If you're going to at least have one, I'm going to say I recommend at least having a business page, because that can be searched publicly. So with your Facebook groups, Color Street does not, in terms of the practices, they don't want you also selling in other people's groups. So what that means is like buy, sell, trade pages, marketplaces, things that are more public, Craigslist, any of those kind of things, that those kind of garage sale type public pages, that we're not supposed to be advertising and doing like that. Our business should really be run within our own pages and groups that we ourselves run. Now, in our back office, there is a whole thing on Facebook best practices. They really just, I said, they want you to build your own business is the whole thing. So I definitely encourage you to read all of those and get familiar with those. Again, you might see some of these people, some of our other stylists who are not following these rules. Within our team here, I really try to promote a really positive environment. So I encourage you to follow these rules. I would hope that as a truthful person that you are following these and seeing the benefit of following these rules. I will not police you. I feel like we are all adults here. And so in terms of I've had a few other people, fortunately not in our group, I've had other people who are policing each other, and I've never seen that go on a really good road. What happens is people get obsessed with policing and turning people in, and really you should be focusing on your own business. Because trust me, if you put that energy into your business, you are going to see, you're going to be making more money than by policing others and doing that. If you feel that you have seen something that really is not, is not right with policy and procedure, definitely come take it with me, privately. But I don't want anyone ever blasting each other or confronting publicly another stylist. I really, think that you all are very wonderful, strong women and men, and that you should have the courtesy to PM somebody privately, another stylist, if you think that they are not working within guidelines. So I really encourage you to do that privately, not publicly, because it does not make you look good, and it really embarrasses the other stylist. So that's my little piece on that. But Facebook best practices, and then in the back you have in which Facebook groups may I post, as well as which Facebook groups should I avoid. Okay, there's a whole list here, and this is in your back office under resources. We have a lot of great resources in the back there, and this is there. So Facebook best practices, and then Facebook groups that you should post in and which ones you should avoid. Okay. Moving on up to that. So, okay, moving on over. So one of the awesome things that we're not going to move over to Jumpstart. Really cool thing is that we have in our when you first start your first 95 days, we have our Jumpstart goals and rewards that Color Street offers. Statistically, it shows, with people in direct sales, that people who really push really get their business going and work, in their first 90 days, continue to have success. Now, that doesn't mean that if you were sitting here, we're in this business for 5 months and kind of just lukewarm, that you can't pick up and be successful in this company. We've seen already top leaders already, like Brittany Menke, who was a senior stylist for 5 months. And she's now a PC. She's in the presidential circle. She right now is on vacation with our sponsor, Katie Harbison, in the Bahamas. And her story is amazing. If you want, I can post some information about you, but she was herself, little side note here, addicted. She used to be, I believe it was heroin addict. She had a lot of things happen in her life. And I've met her, I'm friends with her actually. And she's a great testament to what you can do when you put your mind to it. So I'm not saying that if you don't push in that first 30 days that you can't have success, but this Jumpstart these Jumpstart goals and rewards are here to reward those people who are doing that in their first 90 days. So we're going to go over that. And even if you have passed your 90 days, the cool thing about this is that these this Jumpstart rewards are going to apply to you when you start building your team. So it's really good to familiarize with yourself with the Jumpstart, because even if you missed your date, you're going to want to teach your downline about this, because it's very rewarding. So with the Jumpstart, the first 90 days, and how it breaks it down is that you have three Jumpstart goals. You're going to have from your first day, so it's 0 to 35 days. That's your first Jumpstart. Second Jumpstart is it's technically day 0 to 65. They accumulate on top of each other. So even if you didn't hit your first one, you are able to hit your second Jumpstart, or even third. Even if you didn't hit first and second, you could still hit your third. So it's not, if you miss the mark, you don't ever get to jump back in. But and then your third Jumpstart is day 0 to 95. Now, with the Jumpstart, what it is, within that first Jumpstart, there's actually 2 little categories, 2 goals that you can go for. When you sell $1,000 1,000 of PV, PV is a really good term. That's your personal volume. When you do $1,000 in PV, you will get a $50 product credit. Okay, and what that means, and this is a good thing to keep in mind, that just in case, I want to explain this to you. So you also need to BQ in that month that you hit that 1,000, that first 35 days. Now, if you're thinking, oh, well, duh, I'm going to hit BQ, bonus qualify, 300 in sales. How can I not do that, right? How can I not bonus qualify if I've done 1,000 in sales in my first 35 days? So here's a kind of a weird situation. I've seen it already happen. If, let's say, you sign on, what are we in, October, let's say you signed on October 25th, and you do $999 in sales, right? $999 in sales up to the next month. Now, let's say you only do one more dollar in sales in November, right? October, your first 35 days should be October to November 30th. Sorry, I probably made that a little bit. If you only did $1, technically you did not BQ in November in your first 35 days. So that's why in the Jumpstart sheet, it says that you need to do $1,000 plus BQ the month that you hit the $1,000. So to be eligible for that first Jumpstart, you couldn't only do one more dollar more. You would have to actually hit $300 in the month that your Jumpstart runs in. So it kind of gets a little bit tricky there. If it's mid-month that you do all those sales, like let's say you just hit it hard, you did all the sales, you need to make sure that you BQ in that following month when that first 35 days ends. So if you have any questions about this, please reach out to your upline. If they don't have the answer to that, then reach out to Continue to Move Up and reach out to me, okay? And I can clarify that a little bit better. So when you hit that $1,000 plus BQ, you get that $50 product credit reward, right? Now, if you enroll one qualified stylist, which means that they have BQ'd, BQ is bonus qualify, 300 in sales, plus you need a BQ too, you get another $50 product credit reward. Okay, so your potential and rewards for your first Jumpstart month is $100 in product credit. Now, let's say you didn't hit your $1,000, but you did enroll a person, you still get that product credit. So it shows here 2 different spaces. You can download this in your back office as well. So that's kind of the cool thing. Even if you didn't do $1,000 in your first month, but you did enroll somebody and they bonus qualified and you bonus qualified, then you will get that $50 product credit. Okay, moving on to Jumpstart 2. Now, if you sell $2,500 in PV, personal volume, then you are going to be eligible to earn a $75 product credit. Now, I say $25 or $2,500. This is actually going to be on top of the $1,000 that you did before. It accumulates on top of each other. So that's why I'm saying 0 in your Jumpstart 2 is 0 to 65. It's 65 days. So even if you did not hit that first Jumpstart, but you really ramped up, and in your second qualifying month, right, your first 65 days now, you did $2,500, then you can earn your second Jumpstart. And with that, so that means if you did do that $1,000 that first month, then all you need to do would do another $1,500 for your second month, because it adds on top of each other. So even if, you know what I mean? So even if you only did $500 your first month, then you need to do the rest of it in sales to hit that 25 within that first 65 days. So it just it accumulates on top of each other. Okay, so that would be $75 product credit. Now moving on to the next little snippet inside that second Jumpstart. If you enroll 3 qualified stylists plus BQ yourself, qualified stylists is that they each bonus qualify themselves, 300 in sales, right? All 3 of them do that. You will earn another $75 product credit. So within your second Jumpstart, that means that you have the potential to earn $150 in product credit. Now, I didn't explain this before, but product credit, it can be used for strips. It can now be used for choosies. That just happened this week and changed up. It can be used for certain products, I believe catalogs in your back office. You can order it all through there, but that is free money for you to use in your back office. Do you have a question?
Wouldn't that be 175? Because it's you get the 50 if you reach the 1,000, and then if you enroll someone who BQs another 50, and then you said if you make the 2,500 within the second one, you get 75.
So that first month. So that first month, if you hit it, you get you hit both qualifications within that first jumpstart, you get $100 in product credit, 50 and 50.
Okay.
And your next month, let's say your next month, then you're eligible for 75 product credit for just hitting your next place in sales at $2,500. You get $700 product credit. And then if you enroll 3 people who bonus qualify, you get another 75. So that's $150.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, and it'll be easier when you're looking at the page to really see what I'm talking about as well. So that's our Jumpstart 2. Moving on to Jumpstart 3, because this is your from 0 to 95 days of when you start, right? From when you first start to 95 days. You are going to, your goal is to sell $4,000 in total in that first 95 days. Again, remember, it adds up onto each other from when you first started. If you have sold overall $4,000, so that's 4,000 PV, personal volume, then, and you have also bonus qualified in that month, then you will earn a $150 product credit. Now, at that same time, if you hit a team leader, right, this is the other little promotion inside that. If you hit team leader, which means to be team leader, you need to have 1 senior stylist underneath you and 2 other people, which is essentially 5 people underneath you who all are in the right positions as well as all bonus qualified. If you hit team leader within your first 95 days, you get another $100. So if you do it in your first, basically it's like 2 months. So excuse me, if you hit team leader within your first 4 commission periods, you earn $100. So commission periods is just about 4 months, depending on what time you start. If you do it in 3 commission periods, you actually earn $200 cash that they pay you.
What's a commission period?
Commission period is when the month starts until when it ends.
Okay.
So let's say you, so the four commission periods would be your enrollment month plus 3 full periods. So let's say you signed up the 25th. So this is where you kind of get an advantage if you sign up somebody earlier on in the month. Because if you signed on someone on the 25th, that 5 days until the end of the month is their enrollment month, and then they get 3 full months after that to hit that. If someone signed on the 1st, then they technically, their enrollment month is that first like 30 days there, and then they get 3 full month periods. But I mean, if someone's hustling like that, it usually they can do it, right? So it's pretty cool. I mean, all in all, you have a chance to earn $200 in cash and then $400 in product credit in your first 95 days, which can be huge for starting your business and for business supplies, as well as carrying product or having product on hand if you'd like, right? So, and if you're doing that, that means your business is flowing and you are talking to people and getting samples out and things. Not only that, then your network is really growing too, because it would be impossible for your net to get to this spot without your network growing. So, and then there are, so that is our Jumpstart. Again, if you have any questions, you guys can PM me. Hey, oh my gosh, I completely forgot about this. So if you have somebody who Jumpstarts in your team who you signed personally, not only do they get those rewards, but you as their sponsor get the rewards as well. So when I hit my Jumpstart, my sponsor, Katie, got the same Jumpstart rewards as I did. So it is in your best interest to, obviously, you want your people to do good, but to really coach them in this Jumpstart, because you're going to be, both of you are going to be earning these Jumpstart rewards. And the Jumpstart rewards, the product credits don't expire. So, and I think they're introducing more and more supplies with that too. So sorry, I almost forgot that. That's like pretty good, right? So it's really fun when you have that, when you have someone who's just doing really well, and you've been helping them all along, and you feel like, oh, okay, it's a little extra bonus for you as a leader as well. Did you have a question?
Rewards on, can you use your rewards on like those samples?
They just started that. Before, they didn't have samples available for us to use for product credit. Literally 2 days ago, they allowed that to start happening now. So you can now use that, which is great, because that's what most people want to spend their product credits on samples, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Okay, moving on. We are going to talk about some social media. So while you started your groups and your pages, we're going to talk about like algorithms. So there are a lot of groups out there, that do a lot of graphics for you, whether you're in a nail fees group or just another engagement post group. Those are really wonderful. But I really encourage you guys you guys can take that idea that you see, but to get familiar with apps like WordSwag, Pic Collage, what's the other one? PicMonkey. Get comfortable with some of those apps and play around with them, so that when you see a post that you like, you can recreate it. And that way that is not a picture that is now just spread all over Facebook. Because what happens is Facebook does a kind of pixels recognition. And if they see that one picture is getting duplicated a lot, I'm not talking about sharing a picture. I'm talking that you copy paste that picture and then post it as your own. Facebook will make it so that your picture is not shown. And that's kind of a bummer when you're trying to post something within your group and nobody in your group is seeing your post. It's not showing up in their feed line, right? Or alerting that you had posted it. So I want you to get comfortable with those apps. I mean, it could even literally be, word for word if it's a joke or something like that. Just change the picture, even crop it if you need to. Somewhere you need to change that picture up so that it's not getting recognized, and then, putting and just totally taking off the grid.
How about sharing videos?
Sharing videos is great. Sharing is a little bit different.
In that Nelfie group, there was like a really cool Halloween nail one with like the ones that are glow in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool, but I wasn't sure about sharing from the Nelfie group on my page. I don't know if that's such a great idea. Whether
well, if it's in the Nelfie group, and you're sharing from a private group, and a Nelfie group is anybody who is not in that group will not be able to see it. So only people who are in the Nelfie group, and you don't need them to see it. You want people who are in your group. So do you see what I mean? If you're sharing from a private group, the only people who can see that when you post it is people who are in your group or in the group that you shared it from.
Okay, but she sent us a link to it.
Yeah, so watch out for those, because what you're essentially doing is sharing somebody else's video, and I highly doubt that person who is sharing that video doesn't have a watermark or a link to their page. So what you're doing is advertising for them.
Okay.
So get creative. How can you make that video just like that? How could you do something? One of our leaders just did a YouTube video, and she ordered this beautiful face mask, and she did that and then wore abracadabra to match with it. And she actually did a tutorial of how she put them on. Literally just started putting them on, and then showing how she put abracadabra on, and it matched beautifully. So, you can get creative. I really encourage you guys to get creative with those videos and even recreate that yourself. Okay. Now, Okay, so algorithms, lives, like we discussed before, lives, videos, and then even with your content posting. So when we're posting, a lot of the things before that we were being taught was that you post, post 3 to 4, 5 times a day, constantly about your business. Post about your business. It's changed a little bit. They're talking about like an 80-20 rule or a 90-10 rule, where 90% of your posts in your groups are more personal and connected with you as a person than necessarily color street. So um, in our experience, when you're posting about color street and not and just like, look at these nails, here's my link, blah blah blah, here's my link, here's my link, and people just feel like they're being sold to all the time. And if they're in their group, in your group, it's something that they liked about you, and they're not going to see enough of you. So that 80-20 or that 90-20 is like 90% personal interaction with what you find is beautiful. And maybe, people post about their kids, things that they're trying or something that's going on today. And you can do like a call to action where like, oh my gosh, I love fall so much. I just got this new sweater. You show your pictures of your sweater. Of course, if you're showing a picture of your sweater, show your nails in it. I'm not saying not to show your nails, but you're doing engagement posts that are connected with you. What's your favorite thing about fall? Or, oh my gosh, have you ever tried this? There's a new Starbucks blah 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 drink. Has anyone tried this before? And should I try it? Something where you ask the call to actions, where you ask a question that people want to answer, because I've tried that drink before. Oh my god, I have. It's so good. Or, oh, it was disgusting. You cause natural engagement, and people get to know about you. So that's really fun. Like, people know about me that I love purple and I love butterflies. And then I'm usually pretty smiley and I'm really bubbly attitude, right? And I like to share things. And recently in my thing, I've been doing a keto diet. So I've been sharing recipes and make photos of encouragement and little things like that they know, things that I'm going through, or like it was fall, but it's still hot outside. And, I think I did like a boob sweat engagement, like, things that people can go, oh, that's so funny, and connect yourselves with you. And then what we call is you sprinkle in the color street in between that. So like I do a nail fee of the day. I try to keep up on that, but a nail fee of the day, or whenever I change my nails, I like to go live. I need tips and tricks. I share that because they're still my customers, nail care, things like that. That's showing that I want to show you guys, and because I care about you and how you're doing with your nails, and then as well as that I run, I do post daily. So you need to make sure, if you are going with the social media game, posting daily is a must. And trust me, I find that hard myself, but what you can do is, the beauty about if you are posting in a group, that you can schedule posts now. So even if you take an hour to create a whole bunch of graphics for yourself, or keep in mind when you're walking outside and taking your dog for a walk or something and see a beautiful flower, like, oh, this is your morning walk, take a picture of that and you can use that for tomorrow or the next day. And like, good morning, everybody. This is the beautiful picture that I saw on my morning walk today. Isn't it gorgeous? Or it's our first snowfall, so start to train yourself to see those situations that you can share later on. That's going to create engagement for you, or that you think someone might enjoy. And then you can schedule those posts so that's, coming up. Or so that you're not having to do like a lot of things like, oh, I didn't post today, what do I post? So start kind of get in that rhythm of that. And I said, going back to it, live. You can go live even when you're on that walk. If you don't have anything else to post, go live. Like, oh, I wanted to share with you, how funny my dog has been running around, or I've been doing this new exercise in the morning, and something cracked me up, or blah blah blah. So, and then also here's the thing that I know I've been trying to practice a little bit more too, is when you do post or know that there is a post that's going to be going up in your group, is to be present for the first 15 minutes of that. So what I mean by that is if someone kind of answers to that call to action, oh, what's your favorite thing about fall? And someone goes, oh, pumpkin picking. I want you to respond to it. So being present in that first 15 minutes of when that's going, I want you to be available. If you can, I know how life happens, to available to show, to answer, because when someone posts off of your post, or if someone replies to your engagement post, it is so awesome when you get like, oh my gosh, I love pumpkins too. I'm going to go pumpkin picking with my grandchildren soon. If they're locals, oh, what pumpkin patch are you going to go to? Like, again, continue on that engagement, and it really rewards that person for commenting on your post. Makes them feel special. Everybody likes to feel special. So I know I do, when I'm on something and I respond to somebody's thing, like, oh my God, where'd you get that sweater? And someone responds to me and has a conversation with me, you have me, I love it. You rewarded me for helping you, for helping that algorithm and show up in other people's things. So I love it. Okay. And try to stay away from just liking it. Do a GIF if you can. GIFs are funny. A meme, a sticker, a comment. Likes are lazy. Like, trust me, I've done it, because sometimes I'm responding to so many people. But in terms of these algorithms and keeping engagement in your group, likes are lazy. You can like it, but then you need to do something further. Comment, a GIF, something more that's responding to what people said to you, how your person responded on your post. Okay, moving on. So those are just some things. Okay, I know this is a long training, but I feel like all this information is really crucial, and we're just going to finish this up and go through these things. So, okay, moving on. The importance, I'm going to talk about reinvesting in your business, especially in that first 3 months. So reinvesting. So when you get your kit, you get everything to start you off with. Obviously, you get your website right away. That's activated on like the second you sign up. You get, samples. You get 72 samples, the sticks, the customer forms. You get a cute little bag. You get a ton of things that are just basically ready for you to start your business, right? Or get you going correctly. And you also get 10 free strips. Now, definitely you need to be wearing the nails for sure. So definitely put one of those nails on you. But I challenge you to, when you sell those nails in person, because trust me, someone's going to ask you what you have and see it, or sell it to a family member, is to not pocket that money. Those 10 free strips at first, don't try not to pocket that money. I want you to take that money, because it came in your kit, and I want you to put it right back into purchasing some strips, so that you replenished your stock, and that you have something for, obviously, so that you have inventory to show. Now, if you need to, you can keep the commission, right? We get paid when we put in an order for ourselves. We obviously get the commission. Because I know everybody's situation is a little bit different. Things might be a little tighter for you, that you can't do that you came to this because you need that money, right? But I promise you, but I can guarantee you that if you put it back in your business, you will sell more with it. So I encourage you for your first 3 months to, when you sell those strips out of your kit, to buy that, replace that stock. And if people order online from you, you can go ahead and use that commission that you make. But anything else, really, you should be putting back into your business. If you can put everything back in your business for your first 3 months, that's really good and crucial. So do that. That $129 investment is amazing. So do it some justice. Give yourself a chance to have success within this business. Okay. Now, Sorry. Okay. There we are. Okay. Okay. So with the reinvesting, so I think what was it that someone told me? They say it's like paying so reinvesting, and your goal is that you hear us talk about it a lot, is BQ, bonus qualify. Bonus qualify is 300 in sales. The reason why this is important, you'll start to see it be really, really relevant for you as you move up within our business and you become senior stylists and team leaders and move on up, because you need to at least be bonus qualified to earn your commissions on your team. So we really want you to get comfortable with at least bonus qualifying, because that is going to be crucial throughout your whole Color Street, business life. So how I kind of look at it, someone said it's like if you were a hairstylist and you rented out a booth, then it's like you got to pay that booth rent, right? So your BQ is like your booth rent. So always go for that BQ, right? That's always your first goal. Pay your booth fee, and then everything else is going to be like that sugar coating on it. So that's your baseline there, and really work from that, because a lot of times I have seen stylists get stuck on BQ, that all they do is $300 a month, which is great. You're earning that commission, that's $75, right? But you can earn so much more within this company. And so don't get stuck on that. Like make that's that bare minimum that you need to hit, but move past that. That's why that jump starts there. Move past that, because trust me, people are buying these strips. And if they're not buying from you, they're going to buy from somebody else, right? So that's where that connection comes in. So as well as when you are purchasing from yourself, consider doing some giveaways. Obviously you have the samples, but sometimes you trust that intuition, or those are the people who you think should have a free set on you. When you purchase from yourself, you are doing a buy 3, get 1 free. So you can always consider that one as a free one, and that can be a giveaway, as well as your Jumpstart rewards and your hostess rewards as well, right? When you're doing your hostess rewards, consider those can be really good giveaways for you and your business. So did you have a question?
Yeah. With the samples, I just purchased some more samples because I was giving away. I thought, I'm going to go through these pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. So it is good when you're saying it's good when we're passing these out to not just give it to anyone, but to have
intention with it.
Discernment around.
Yeah, definitely have discernment with it, right? Yeah, that costs you money. Exactly. That nail file, that sample, that is money out of your own pocket. Now, I'm not saying be stingy with it and never give out a sample, but learn to read who you're talking to. If you're in the line with that person who you're talking to who really is not giving you any time at all, and yet you got a sample on them, and they're still like, or excuse me, before that, don't push a sample on them. Like, really don't. You have a short little time with them. Don't push the sample. You're going to learn to see that, because I've totally done that. And I'm very generous with my samples.
I've done a sample to cheer someone up.
Right. And you'll do that, but you're going to see like that person that you're pushing it on. Don't just hand them, because if you hand them a sample with your card in it and they weren't really for it, it's very unlikely that they are going to purchase from you and try to do that if they're not even giving you that type of time, right? Yeah. And there's a little fine line there, because how to do, like, you're going to learn how to do a very quick little 60-second kind of spiel is what I call it, where you don't, I'm not talking like word vomit, that you're just like, join my company, my Color Street, we're just talking about sharing the product without blasting all these sales like that. But so we'll go into that a little bit more. But there's been times when I've run across people who I just like really liked them. I really enjoyed them, the way they talk, the way I've seen them talk with other people, and I have gifted them a set. But when I gift a set, I gift it with intention. Hey, Ashley, I really like the way that you talk with people, and I just feel like really called. You talk to people, I see that you're wearing nail polish. I feel really called to give you a whole set here. And, with this though, I want to be able to connect back with you however, but I want you to try these on, and I want you to go to my website, or maybe we can meet up and I can show you how this goes on. But I think you're really going to love this, and I want to give you this set. I don't always do this, but I just really feel like I want to give it to you. And I've done that, and people completely responded to that, right? I've had my investment by them. They're becoming really loyal customers, or they've even joined my team. Like, oh, I'm going to send something to you. They're already kind of giving you those flags that they're looking for a business opportunity, things like that. So do it smartly. There's going to be times when it doesn't happen that way, but will become stronger in that discernment for sure. So, okay. Okay, moving on to enhanced commission. So with, I'm just going to cover enhanced commission, launch parties, and I think about that. So we're almost done here. Okay, enhanced commission is pretty awesome. So as you know, as a stylist, you will always earn 25% commission on your sales, no matter what. If you sell $1, you will always earn that 25% commission. The really cool thing is that we have enhanced commission. So the way that, enhanced commission works is that after, so you have that 25% commission, and that goes up to that you're going to get that at $599 in sales, right? But when you move up to, basically it's an increment of $600. So your next $600 to $1,199, right? The next $600, you're going to earn another 3%. So you will be earning 28% commission on those sales. When you move past that, $1,200 to basically $1,800, that's $1,799. You're going to earn another 5% on top of 25. So you'll be earning 30% commission on your sales. The next one there is $1,800 to $2,399, right? $2,400, just about right there. That's 7% commission. So you will be earning 32%. And where it caps out is $2,400 and above is another 10%. So within this business, you have you are able to earn up to 35% commission on your sales. So which is pretty nice, especially if you get in a nice role and you are moving along. Especially last month, we had so many people who moved into the next enhanced commission, and which was great.
That's PV or?
That's, PV, personal volume. Yeah. So that'll be your personal sales, personal volume. So, and here's another key thing to remember. So we get paid weekly. We pay weekly. We will get paid weekly on that 25%. And if you earn enhanced commission, then that percentage, so that remaining percentage, let's say you did over 1,200 in sales, right? 1,200 to 1,800, and you got 5%. You're going to get paid 5% of your sales at your at the beginning of the month with your main check. So if you're running a team, when you are running a team and making commission on your team as well as enhanced commission, that always gets paid in the beginning of the month. So, and that can add up, so it's really good for you to get accustomed to looking at your back office and seeing where you're at in sales. So like last month, I went through and some people were short by a certain amount of money, right? And I had one person who was $2 short from hitting her next enhanced commission. And that is a difference of, earning another 5% on top of it. And so it was definitely in her benefit to get one more sale of even one more nail set, right? So keep track of your back and checking in with your at and how close you are to your next enhanced commission. And you can do the math and see what that is, if that's worth it to you. Okay. With this too, with the enhanced commission, what this allows it for is that there is potential for substantial income to coming in without building a team. So even though if you really have big goals that you would like to be making a lot more money with Color Street, they usually will lead you more into team building. But if that's just not your cup of tea, this is another way that you can make a good amount of money with Color Street through sales. So remember that, because not everybody wants to do team building, and I understand that. Right? It's a different way. It's not for everybody. Okay. So okay. Next thing too is creating your launch party in your back office. So creating a party under your name, or sometimes to keep it a little more simple, I might even do it like under my significant other's name, person who lives with me. And but I usually, for your launch party, you can put your name's launch party, right? And the reason why you want to do this party is because we're able to, as stylists, to be our own hostesses as well. And not only will you be earning the commission on your party, you will also you're also able to earn the hostess rewards. So any of the purchases that go through your party, because what happens is when you create a party, it creates a link for you. And that is the link that you want people to shop through, because what happens is it keeps track of all those purchases and adds them up for you. And you will cash in on the hostess rewards because you're essentially your own hostess. So that might be a little bit tricky for you if you're not really feeling that. That's right. But just know that you are kind of leaving some hostess rewards on the table, which for me, I personally love, because hostess rewards is, let's see if I have it. Hostess rewards can be really crucial to having inventory, that you can sell and that you did not have to buy. Sorry, I had my hostess reward sheet here. Excuse me. Sorry, dropped. So with the hostess rewards, you can earn up to 25% on a party. And the cool thing is that you can have a party open for 2 months. That's usually what it's set to, 2 months, and have people purchasing through there, which is great. And you can earn up to 25% of that party. I usually like to have my party up to at least $1,000 before I close out. Personally, that's my goal when I do it, because then I'm earning $250, 25% of that party in hostess rewards, which means I'm going to use that money to purchase strips, as well as 9 half-priced items, half-priced strips that I can buy too. So this is a great way for me to bring in inventory that I can sell or use as giveaways. So I really encourage you to take advantage of being able to do that. So, okay. Let's see here. Okay, so also know that to keep track of that party dates when you do create it, whether it's for yourself or for somebody else, because after 60 days that will close and you are at risk of losing those hostess rewards. So be mindful of when you started your party and how close it is to ending that as well. Okay. Now, also, okay, last things, we're going to talk about how to stay an active stylist. So, I mean, this should be something that you probably was discussed before when you signed on. But to stay an active stylist with Color Street, you need to have at least bonus qualified. So that is BQ. That's the term you'll hear a lot. So that is 300 in personal sales. You will need to at least do that in 1 month out of 6 months. So that is not accumulative. So if you sold $50 1 month within that 6 months and then sold another 200, it doesn't all add up and keep you as an active. You have to at least have done 300 in sales in 1 month. And that's in a 6 month period to say an active stylist. Now, so essentially you'll need to bonus qualify at least. You'll be good for that first month at least twice a year, to keep that active. Now, if you're not bonus qualifying and doing those different things, then really you're paying your website fee, which is $9.99 a month or $9.95 a month. And it's really probably be really good for you to look at that, that if it's worth for you, if it's a hobby or not. But Color Street wants you to be serious about your business, so that's why they have that requirement to be a stylist. They want people who are really working their business here. I know we get a lot of kidnappers for a while, but I feel like in the end, if you're going to spend that much money for, monthly for that website, that and you're not buying anything, then you're really just kind of throwing money down down the drain. Let's see. One of the new things that they did just come out with, that if you, let's say you're doing it and you're just kind of having a hard time getting started and you did become inactive, they are allowing you to reactivate for a $25 fee. So if you have someone who joined your team who just was kind of absent that first 6 months and then they really wanted to jump back on board and really work their business, they can reactivate for $25. They're not allowed to pick another upline. They'd be reactivating underneath you. And in this time, they're going to have to actually bonus qualify at least one time out of a 3-month period, not 6 months. So again, they want you, if you're jumping back in, they want you to be working your business. So yeah, so that's a new thing. And if you did want to quit Color Street, you can resign from it, but just know that you wouldn't be able to, if you did want to sign up underneath somebody different, let's say, under a different under line, right? Then you would have, if you quit, you would have to wait another 6 months before you can come back to the company if you're wanting to change lines. So just giving you that heads up on some of those new rules and stuff and different things. So good things to know. Okay, that's all I have for you. Do you have any questions at all for me? Or I know we went over a lot, but there's a lot of, like I said, a lot of the basics that I think are important.
I think I'm good.
You're good? Okay, no worries. So
yeah, I don't, let's see. Yeah, the only question that I had around I guess it was the social media, but it's okay. You pretty much cover all that around the social media about just engaging as your natural self.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if they have a specific, like, yeah, just being natural with that and that engagement. And I mean, I get ideas from other people all the time. I still think that if it made me laugh, most likely I'm going to share it. Yeah. I'm going to recreate this.
You know? So I haven't invited people to my page yet, just because I feel like I haven't put anything on there, but that actually might motivate me more to put stuff up there if I do invite.
Yeah, because once you have them in there, yeah.
Invite my friends that I have on Facebook already, any of my friends.
Yes, and we want to remember this, and I forgot to mention this. The thing is with also too is before you add somebody to your group, ask them permission. So reach out to them and say, hey, I am a Color Street. I just became a Color Street stylist, you know, and I'm trying to get started. And I think that you really would like this product. You know, you can say that if you want, or, you know, or would you mind, could I add to the group, or would you join my group and send them the link and be a part of it? You know, and if you don't like it, you can have them.
But that's a group, but to your page, to like your page.
To like your page, you can send them a thing to like your page as well. There's actually a tab on your thing.
You don't have to ask them before you invite them.
No, you don't. You can just actually, with that, no. To ask people to like your page, that's more acceptable. Yeah. To add people to your group is a little bit of a different thing, because in your group, you're posting constantly. Liking your page, I feel like, is a little bit different. You can send a thing that says, like my group. Yes, you can definitely do that.
Okay.
And that's easy. I'll do that. Sometimes I'll go through my back page and they'll say suggestions for people. Send them a like, or send them a request to like your page, and I'm fine with that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be good. But okay, well, yes. So we'll be doing this again. I love feedback. So if you guys want me to cover something else, you know, that you feel is important when you're first starting, I'd definitely love to hear more of those. You can send me that, and then I can add it.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
So I sign, you know, when you sign up under someone and then you get into their group, how, and a lot of times you might want direction, or you have questions and, you know, they're busy. What's the best way to communicate with them? Do you do a personal message?
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
So when you sign up under someone and they're running a group, like I'm under Melissa's. So do I PM her When I have questions,
Would like to be a part of her group, or what do you mean?
or like who is basically my mentor when I sign, is the person who signed me up?
Yes. So when whoever you sign up underneath, that is your upline, your direct sponsor. That's the person that is going to be showing you about, is going to be teaching you and getting you started on your journey, and who's your go-to. Now, as you're going to find out, you guys become team leaders. When you become team leader, you're able to move people underneath you. And that is more of a strategic thing that Color Street allows us to do. But your sponsor, it's always going to be your sponsor. Now, if they have made you aware that they have moved you and you're underneath somebody else, then they might connect you with that leader, and that is up to you and how you think they think you're going to feel. But your sponsor is always going to be that person who does it. That's the responsibilities when you're joining a team, to know that this person, that they connected with you, and that I'm responsible for helping you get started, and teaching you and giving you access to those things. So encourage you to use, obviously reach out, but use the groups that you're in. So your sponsors group and what other groups that you're in, and you can use the search bar to search out things. So even if there's a problem, or I use the search bar constantly, especially because I'm in a lot more leadership groups now, and I don't want to ask the same question that somebody might have asked the day before. So in the search bar, I'm going to put specifics on the keywords in my question and see what pops up. And you'll see conversations and posts, and that's why I love it for you guys to ask questions in the group. And I'm trying to do a little bit better for that and telling you guys to go post, because then people can search and someone's going to have the same question as you that's already been answered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Okay. I feel like a few people have been trying to, oh no, it's not working for people. I wonder why that's happening.
Okay. I got it. You have to have the Zoom link. You have to have it on your computer downloaded.
I know. It's all right. Okay, I'm going to end this, but thank you. And please PM me if you have anything that you think that you'd like me to cover. I'm going to continue doing this. Again, I'm going to go for every other week if I can, but at least once a month, for just to say welcome to our newbies and give them some information. So I will talk with y'all later, and keep checking in with the Team Flourish group page. I do a lot of challenges that are in there, and I do own personal incentives for you guys, so that on top of your Color Street and your Hostess Rewards and all things, as a leader, and your leaders as well are probably doing this, do a lot more incentives that are just like a little bonus, to really help you guys push through with your sales. Okay, I will talk to y'all later. And okay, yeah. Right. Oh, here's another thing. Yeah, if you hop on, you do not have to talk on here. You can take off your camera, just make it so that no one sees you, and you can use the chat bar here to ask questions as well. So, okay, I'll see you all later. Bye.